When something grand is about to reveal themselves, the signs of the divine present themselves in an unmistakable way. Amid the uncertainties and daily challenges, the feeling of isolation can be replaced by a deep connection with the sacred, revealing that each obstacle is actually a carefully prepared lesson. This opening to the divine mystery invites us to reflect on the true meaning of trials, showing that even the most difficult times can be the prelude to a surprising transformation. Imagine turning each spiritual battle into enriching learning, where everyday tests become steps into an inner renewal. This approach proposes to look beyond immediate suffering and see, in the small miracles and gestures of hope, the signing of a greater purpose. With each perceived sign, whether discreet or striking, we are invited to adjust our focus and dive into a journey of self-knowledge, where faith reveals itself as the foundation for true transformation. This message is an invitation to rediscover the light that resides even in shadows and to turn challenges into growth opportunities. Understanding that moments of proof are an integral part of a divine plan, we value the importance of obedience, encouragement, and daily practice of authentic spirituality. Get ready to board a trajectory where each step reveals a new facet of divine purpose, opening doors for a future full of hope and unexpected blessings. In the midst of the storm, a serene light breaks the shadows, revealing that each difficulty paves the way for an inner transformation. By recognizing the divine presence in every detail, we find that moments of crisis carry subtle messages that invite us to reflect and reevaluate our purpose. This perception drives us to see beyond apparent darkness, turning the challenge into an opportunity to be reborn and re-signify our journey. At every moment, faith manifests itself in a renewing way, inviting us to embrace a future where hope is present, even in the most adverse circumstances. In everyday victories, encouragement reveals itself through unexpected gestures and events, as if the divine whisper in our ears that we are not alone. Even when the feeling of isolation threatens us to paralyze us, we learn that every situation, however challenging it seems, carries an invitation to spiritual growth in itself. This experience, punctuated by moments of doubt and overcoming, teaches us to trust the force that comes from a greater purpose. Thus, each step, however small, becomes a lesson of resilience and a reminder that divine love operates in mysterious ways. The spiritual battle, far from being a burden, reveals itself as a process of maturity that enriches our journey. In experiencing daily tests, we develop a sensitivity that allows us to identify the signs of hope spread across everyday life. With an open heart and conscious obedience, each lesson becomes a key that unlocks new possibilities and brings us closer to a future full of blessings. Thus, the journey becomes a narrative of overcoming, where faith not only illuminates our steps, but also drives us to turn each obstacle into a step toward surprising achievements. Preparation for divine blessing resembles the necessary warming before a large journey, where each step contributes to the inner strengthening. In the midst of everyday difficulties, we learn that challenges do not arise at random, but as refinement opportunities that shape our character and expand our perception. Each obstacle, when faced with faith and determination, reveals nuances of deep learning, instigating us to seek a more intense connection with the purpose that guides us. Thus, even in times of trial and loneliness, we find that there is a divine rhythm behind each experience, preparing the terrain for a transformation that goes beyond the visible. The preparation process involves recognizing that each difficult step is an invitation to explore new dimensions of spirituality. As the journey unfolds, the heart opens to the discovery of lessons that emerge from moments of uncertainty. It is in this scenario of challenges that obedience becomes daily practice, revealing that overcoming tests strengthens our ability to receive divine favor. Moments of introspection, often found in solitude, serve as the ideal scenario for faith to renew, making room for a more intimate connection with the sacred. Thus, each test phase becomes an essential step toward the blessing that is announced with subtlety and depth. In part of testing and overcoming experiences, the preparation for blessing becomes a conscious journey of self-knowledge and spiritual evolution. With each challenge overcome, the lessons learned become valuable tools for strengthening faith, demonstrating that persistence and trust are founded for a blessed future. This growth trajectory teaches us to value each short advance, recognizing that even the moments of apparent stagnation carry a transforming potential. In uniting the practical experience of overcoming with the incessant search for meaning, preparation reveals itself as a dynamic process, where each lesson is celebrated as a decisive step towards the arrival of a blessing that, although silent, resonates with the promise of renewal and hope. In the measure of daily struggles, moments that go beyond natural and become signs that announce the active presence of the divine. Amid adversity, even when isolation is present, these evidence reveals themselves as reminders that we do not walk alone. Each occurrence, however small, carries with it a deep message, inviting us to rediscover hope and reaffirm faith. It is as if, with each gate that opens, a breath of inspiration propels us to see the light that guides our steps, transforming daily life into a series of opportunities for spiritual growth. As the days follow themselves, the intensity of the inner battle shows that we are facing a majeure force. In the silence of lonely moments, the signs manifest themselves subtly, revealing that there is a purpose that transcends the immediate. Obedience in this context becomes the link that connects our being to the grandeur of divine planes. Every opportunity for a start, every apparently simple gesture confirms that God's performance is continuously transforming our trajectories, opening the way for dreams and the realization of blessings. When signs align, the connection between faith and everyday experience becomes undeniable. Moments of introspection and small victories become evidence that the divine operates surprisingly, even in the most silent corners of our lives. Isolation, far from being an obstacle, proves to be a fertile ground for reflection, where each lesson learned strengthens the certainty that we are being guided by a higher purpose. Thus, God's performance manifests itself not only as a great event, but as a series of gestures and encounters that together build the narrative of a continuous transformation full of meaning. In the midst of everyday adversities, the refinement process presents itself as an essential mechanism for our spiritual development. Each challenge reveals itself not only as an obstacle, but as an opportunity to reevaluate our beliefs and strengthen our character. The difficult times, often experienced in the midst of isolation, allow the signs of the divine to manifest, encouraging us to learn and evolve. In this context, the spiritual battle becomes a fertile space for transformation, where each test becomes a lesson that shapes our resilience and prepares us for future blessings. Fighting challenging situations acts as a cut process, where imperfections are softened and the interior becomes more robust and prepared for the journey. Each surpassed barrier carries valuable teachings, revealing the importance of obedience and introspection. In periods of loneliness, when a mind turns inside, we realize that even moments of apparent stagnation are opportunities for growth. This dynamic of testing and improvement invites us to embrace difficulties as part of a larger path, where faith is strengthened and the spirit becomes sharper to capture the signs of divine presence. When looking back, we realize that each battle fought, each period of uncertainty, contributed to the construction of a solid basis of faith and self-knowledge. The refinement process teaches us how to value small victories and understand that each lesson acquired is a decisive step towards a complete transformation. Thus, even in the face of the most intense tests, persistence and encouragement come together, transforming obstacles into steps into a fuller existence aligned with the divine purpose. This journey of self-discovery reinforces the conviction that by facing challenges, we are constantly prepared to receive the blessings to come. When the feeling that something grand is about to reveal itself invades the heart, we realize that each challenge faced was carefully orchestrated to prepare us for the blessing. In moments of loneliness, faith becomes an intimate dialogue with the divine, revealing signs that remember that we are not alone on this journey. Small miracles, often unnoticed amidst the rush of everyday life, appear as reminders that the divine favor operates subtly but powerfully. This perception drives us to face each obstacle as part of a larger plan, where each test is a necessary step towards a surprising manifestation of love and care. The manifestation of supernatural provision does not happen by chance. It is the result of a trajectory of faith, obedience, and constant renewal. Every unexpected opportunity, every gesture of hope, reinforces the idea that divine generosity goes beyond the limits of human understanding. In the midst of daily struggles, the presence of higher power is revealed through signs that open new possibilities and transform the impossible into reality. Thus, daily prayer practice, meditation, and the search for a deeper connection with the sacred become indispensable tools to prepare the spirit and welcome the blessing that is announced. When walking with confidence and determination, we find that supernatural provision is the culmination of a journey of learning and transformation. Each small miracle, every opportunity for a fresh start, reflects the faithfulness of a purpose that is renewed at every moment. This experience not only strengthens faith, but also invites us to share this light with those around us, making the blessing a collective phenomenon. With the constant practice of spiritual habits, we open the doors for divine grace to manifest itself, converting challenges into living testimonies that love and abundance are always within the reach of those who persevere. To persist in faith is to embrace each day with courage and recognize that, even in the midst of storms, each challenge is an opportunity for growth. When we face difficulties with determination, trust in God is renewed and turns each step into an advance towards a full life. The daily practice of prayer and meditation not only strengthens the connection with the divine, but also allows us to see light in the darkness. Each victory, however small, is a reminder that persistence opens doors for a future full of possibilities, encouraging us to follow with a heart full of hope and purpose. The spiritual journey requires courage to transform daily tests into steps for success. By sharing experiences and supporting each other, we create a network of encouragement that drives us to overcome moments of uncertainty. This solidarity makes the walk less lonely and teaches us that each act of faith, whether a gesture of kindness or a conscious decision to face fear, contributes to the construction of a solid basis of trust. Thus, even in the face of seemingly insurmountable obstacles, the certainty that we are being guided by a greater purpose strengthens and inspires us to move on. Persistence is reflected in the ability to transform adversities into valuable lessons that shape our character and expand our view of the world. By recognizing that each difficulty brings with it an opportunity for learning, we now face challenges as an integral part of our evolution. This change of perspective allows us to see moments of isolation or periods of uncertainty not as punishment, but as necessary steps for spiritual maturity. Encouraging the practice of habits that promote self-knowledge and daily reflection is essential to maintain the flame of faith on and the certainty that with each step taken, we approach a deep and lasting transformation. In reflecting on the journey we went through together, we realized that each challenge faced was an opportunity to deepen faith and transform difficulties into learning. Every divine sign, every moment of introspection reminded us that even in the midst of uncertainties, there is a greater purpose in action. This walk of self-knowledge and overcoming strengthens us, revealing that the true blessing is built with every step of courage and confidence. Now is the time to put into practice everything that has been shared. Each experience and teaching turns into fuel to move on, turning obstacles into steps into a meaningful life. We invite you to embrace this transformation, making each challenge an opportunity to grow and approach a more intense and true faith. Do not miss the chance to continue this inspiring journey. Subscribe to the channel, enable notifications, and be part of this community that seeks, daily, the light that transcends adversity. Let each message be a reminder that together we can turn each step into a celebration of hope, faith, and divine love. Come be part of this walk towards a full and blessed life.